What's up, guys? One of the few things that I love more than jewelry, maybe not football and sports, but is music. Um, Music might be number one, though. I don't know. It is way up there. It is something that I use to get pumped up for sports and everything else. So probably music is number one. With that being said, I love headphones. And if you love headphones, you know that that can be an expensive habit, guys. Open back headphones are some of the best that you can possibly get. They get up there in price, but open back headphones means, people can hear them, through the headphones. I mean, closed back is your more traditional, think Beats, think Apple AirPod Maxes, think the new Sonys. I have really gotten into the wireless headphones and the Sony XM4s. Now they're the XM6s, but the XM4s really changed my life. The AirPod Maxes, the big ones, wonderful headphones. But I had switched over to wired headphones because the sound just sounds amazing, guys, on open back headphones with a DAC and an amp. However, I was kind of wanting to find me a good pair of headphones, and wireless headphones. I almost got the Sony X5s, but I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to. The Sony X6s came out, guys, and I bought those. They had them in blue, and talk about some of the best headphones I've ever heard in my entire life. When it comes to wireless headphones, maybe not sound up here, but just overall experience of having wireless headphones, because I know that if I'm going for sound, I need to wire in, okay? But they're transparency mode, meaning that I can hear everything going through, is second to none, maybe AirPod Maxes. Their noise cancellation, second to none. The new X6s have a, what's it called? It's kind of like a movie mode or a surround sound mode, which it was really cool. It was for watching movies and stuff, but I actually really liked the sound of it when it was being played with music too. Our music was playing through that mode. Because you got, again, like I said, when I put on headphones, if I want to have real technical listening, I'll put on some Sennheiser 600s or something. I want to have fun. I want it to have some bass and everything else. So those Sonys I absolutely loved, but there was one other pair of headphones, the Bowers and Wilkins, just kept coming back to me. I had tried them before. I tried the Sennheiser Momentums back in the day. Everything just did not compare to the Sonys. So I got the PX7s S3, which is the PX8 is their flagship model. PX7 is right underneath it. S3 means Series 3. So the PX7 is a line. S3 means it's the third version of them. I had listened to those guys, and it was between really those and the Sonys. And just the color, the way that they looked, the feature-wise, if you're just wanting features, and touch controls, Sony all day. I mean, it's cool. You can put your hand over the cup and it'll mute. If you start talking, it'll pause if you want it to. There's tons of things that can happen with that. I sing way too much along with the crap to ever have the talk to mute. But when it came to sound, that's where the Bowers and Wilkins, they weren't as good as the transparency mode and everything else, but I just thought, you know what, the sound is above all. And so I knew they were going to come out with the PX8, which is their flagship model. Remember, I got the PX7, PX8, their top model, but there had only been one version of it. It was a PX8. Well, the PX7 S3s came out, and it was pretty much an agreement from everyone that they just kind of stomped the PX. Well, there was PX8s, S2s, I hope I'm not confusing anyone, that was supposed to be coming out soon. Well, guess what? They did come out. And I had almost ordered the originals, but I thought, you know what, these PX7s, I'm gonna keep them. The price on those at the time was a couple $100 cheaper. Sorry guys, meddled around. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna keep these PX7 3s. Then I thought about returning them, and they said, well, if you wanna keep them, we'll give you like $100 off. So that means I got a dang good deal on my favorite headphones that I've ever had. Well, the PX8 S2s came out. And I really wanted to try them. Guys, these are pretty much almost double in price from the other ones. Something that stands out, of course, everyone's gonna talk about it. The case is pretty much the same. This one's black, mine's blue because I have a blue pair of headphones. This right here is magnetic. Right there, it holds the cord. Very cool. Overall, appearance-wise, these look amazing, okay? Amazing. The ones that I have, the PX7s, is gonna be like imitation, where in vegan leather, where this is actual Napa leather that they use in like Ferraris and stuff. Head cups are the same, the earphones, the ear cups. What the heck am I saying? Check this out. So, super shiny, but see this right here? That's actually the cords, and it's braided. And I'd seen that, and I thought it was cool, but I thought, man, that sticks out, it's gonna get caught. I actually can barely even touch it because it's inside of that. So that was kind of cool. It kind of hides away. You know, it comes down here and goes through there, which is super cool. But as you extend it, there it is. So that was super cool. On the PX7s, can you tell that barrel Wilkins is just shining? On the other ones, guys, it's kind of just like printed on there. This is an embossed, so it actually sticks out. So any light whatsoever is catching that, and it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there glittering around, just reflecting any kind of light. Noise canceling, everything like that. It sounds pretty much to me just like the PX7. And so the big thing to me was, okay, these are really premium looking headphones. So yes, if it's $100 or $200 more for that part of it, I get it, because it's real leather and it's just, you know, real premium looking. Guys, I like my blue ones. I mean, they're my favorite headphones that I've probably ever had. With that being said, if these sounded way, way better, there's no way in heck that I could not go with these, okay? As good as the PX7 sound, these are all new drivers. These are like 40 millimeter drivers versus the others, so they're supposed to be more punch. And I've listened to them. Now, I've listened to the other ones a lot more than I've listened to these. What was my first impression? My first impression was I got a killer deal on the PX7s, and that they are worth every freaking penny. Why? Guys, these right here, the upgrades on the cost to me are going to be, yes, the bigger drivers and everything else, but mainly the premium look of them. You know, that David Beckham pretty, you know, that's their sponsor. David Beckham improves awareness. You see how the Bowers and Wilkins shines. That is super cool. Gotta love the smell of leather. I mean, and they're very comfortable. I know I got them all the way down here, but they're super comfortable, guys. The transparency mode, again, not as, you know, top tier as like Sony, but what did I think of these sound-wise? So when I put them on, the true sound is, that's gonna be for some people that just wanna hear laid back, you really don't like louder music, blah, blah, blah. I had to EQ them because I wanted more bass, I wanted more treble, I wanted all that. When I did that, I really liked them, and I think they sound amazing. They are definitely more, the word I'm looking for, I'm just blanking. Hold on a sec. All right, I thought I had a customer, but anyways. But these, what the word I was looking for is reference headphones. These are definitely more reference headphones than the PX7s. In my opinion, the PX7s are gonna be more fun, okay? When I put these on and I listen to music, when I listen to hip hop and stuff like that, I honestly believe the PX7s may sound just as good, if not a little bit better. These right here really shine when it comes to songs like rock or country or anything that has orchestra. So music, you know, a lot of these TikTok songs like Nostalgia or Past Lives, or that sounds super good. Country music's gonna sound really good. Wish You Were Here, Sounds super good because it's just real clean, real crisp. The bass is more crisp. You know, I feel like there is a lot of punch to it, but I feel like the PX7, for the price of it, when it comes to sound, is right on par with them, guys. And I know that some of you are going to be like, they can't be in whatever. And you know, most of the reviews that I watched on these, people are saying these are the best headphones. Where do they go from there? But you know, at the same time, they definitely weren't that far off from the PX7s. A lot of people are saying, well, not a lot of people, but a lot of the reviews that I've watched, when it came down to it, if they were to only buy one, they were going with the PX7s because of the sound quality and everything else. Not really necessarily needing the leather or whatever. Like I said, guys, these are double in price. So I like having the finer things. I like having premium stuff, and I wanted to buy once, cry once. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy them. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm wait till the PX8 S2s come out. I'm going to buy it, and we're going to see how big of a difference it is. To me, just sound alone, the PX8s are just a little bit better, but that is mainly when it comes to, you know, orchestra country. But there's just little bits here and there that's a little more predominant, just like you would get if you were listening to a higher quality headphone. And that's really what they've done here with these. However, for me, guys, I'm keeping my PX7 S3s. I really thought that these were going to be the headphones for me. I put them on and I'm going to kind of listen to them tonight, but I have a feeling after listening to these and being able to listen to the PX7 S3s that I'm just going to end up keeping, well, I mean, I own them, my PX7 S3s, and loving them. And not only that, it is validated, you know, me purchasing them and not waiting because I really wanted these. Now, if you don't have either pair, if you've never bought a pair and you're wanting to get them, maybe these are the way to go because they are a tad bit better. And they do look really good, guys. And they are the newer versions, right? The other ones are blue. I don't have them on me. I did a video about them though. They also come in black and I believe white. So again, what do I think of these? For the price, I would give them probably a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Whereas the PX7 S3s, because of their price, I give them a straight 10. 9.5 because they're not as good transparency mode and voice cancellation I don't really care about. And I'm going to tell you the reason that their voice cancellation is not as good according to them as Sony is because, or Apple, when you start messing around with noise cancellation, you are affecting the way the music sounds. And Sony and Apple, computer people, gimmick people, Bowers and Wilkins are sound people. And they do not want to, cost the sound of these anything. They want them to sound as good as possible. So therefore, they're not going to make the ANC maybe as strong as it could possibly get just to keep these sounding as great as they can possibly sound. So what would my recommendation be? My recommendation would be if you're looking for a headphone to just sit at home, not really wanting to go out or anything, maybe this is it, guys. This is replaceable. The headbands on these, you have to send it in, but they will replace those now. So maybe this is the way you want to go and last. If you can see the back of this, it's more of a hard leather plastic and up here is the leather, where on the PX7s, it's more of a mesh feel. Not really a mesh, but it's kind of got a mesh feel to it. Anyways, when I put them on and I'm going for sound, I'm putting those on. And now I'm really super glad, guys. I can recommend the PX7 S3s without a shadow of a doubt. I can say, look for them. Prime Deals is coming up. Prime Days, I think October 7th. Look for them. Just watch for them. Doesn't matter what color you get, because the price on them for these and everything else, it's just amazing. Me, if I had to spend this amount of money, if someone said you have to spend this amount of money, you could literally, I would buy the PX7s, S3s, and the Sonys, because I really like their movie surround sound, whatever it was called. I thought it was super dope. But anyways, very cool headphones. They sound really good, guys. Just, I feel like the other ones are more fun, and plus double the money. I feel like walking outside with them, and carrying my dogs around. If I get a scratch or I get a bang on them, it's part of having headphones. I think on these I would want to baby even a little bit more, and I already baby my stuff hardcore. So do I recommend these? I do. If you want to spend that amount of money, if you want the best of everything, probably the way to go. However, if you'd like to save a little bit of money and you're not really concerned about the material, just the sound, guys, I'd go with the PX7 S3s all day. So much love. Thanks for watching.